This is one of the best episodes of Invincible that I've really watched. It was gory, it was emotionally impactful, and lots of things happened, and we're gonna explain that. But how did IGN give this a 4 out of 10? I don't even understand it. A 4 out of 10.
What did he say?
I don't know what that guy is smoking, but I want it. What is up, YouTube? It's your boy Fluid Ace specking in with another video, and in today's video we're going to be breaking down Season 3, Episode 8 of Invincible, and I gotta say it was really good. And I gotta say, it's me. I play video games, watch TV shows, maybe movies sometimes. I don't know if I'm gonna get there yet, but like, comment, subscribe, and hopefully you guys enjoy today's vibes and enjoy the breakdown of this episode because it was amazing. So yeah, let's get into it. Conquest pulls up. We're gonna start from there. Conquest pulls up. Him and Mark are fighting, and Conquest isn't playing games. Conquest is just overpowering Mark. He's trying to get Mark to like channel his inner energy for some reason. I don't know why, but needless to say, he's like, yeah, I'm about to fight, but it doesn't work out. Mark is just getting beat down, and Conquest is having a good time. So that's pretty much about it. But let's talk about Conquest. Conquest is a diabolical person. Let me just say that this scene right here, diabolical. All the scenes that he's in, bro, just straight diabolical nature. I don't know. I wouldn't want to fight him. I'm so glad I'm not in this universe because, bro, he's a menace to society. Now, once again, through every single season finale, Mark is getting punched through the air, going into buildings, and I gotta say, the animation on these building fights were absolutely peak. I loved it. But needless to say, Mark is just out here trying to, bro, Mark put his hands up, bro. Let's cut the music. Mark is begging for his life here. And you know what? I can't even be mad, but bro, come on. Have some respect for yourself. Like, bro was all like, oh my gosh, Anissa, if you want to kill me, you better kill me. But now Conquest pulls up and you're like, wait, please stop. And then after that, Conquest has the audacity to be like, hey, bro, don't give up. You got this. You can still win. Like, bro, I would not be able to tolerate that disrespect. Then Oliver shows up, and I gotta say, Oliver was looking clean with the hair flow and stuff like that. And bro showed up and he's like, yo, I'm about to cook. I'm about to win this fight. Now, mind you, Oliver thinks he's the guy, and clearly he doesn't know who Conquest is. And bro just gets put down with ease. And then bro's like, who are you? I need to know your name. So when I kill you, well, he likes to know the names of the people he kills, but Conquest is diabolical in every single sense of the word, and I don't know why. Well, we do know why, but you get what I mean. Mark then shows up to save Oliver because, you know, Mark has to be the older brother, big man, and he's just unleashing a flurry of punches on Conquest, and Conquest is just taking him, and then he says, brother, that's all you got, my guy? You need to do more. I need more. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I thought Mark was gonna lock in here, but once Conquest said I need more, I was like, all right, bro, Mark, you gotta give it up. Call Cecil, call somebody, because it's not gonna work. Eve then wakes up and she's like, yo, where's Mark? What's happening? How long have I been out? She then proceeds to like suit up and say, I gotta go help Mark because she sees on the news that he's fighting Conquest. And then she looks at the nurse like this, and I would have folded immediately. I would have said, all right, here's the key, go outside. Then we move back to Mark, and I just gotta say, this is interesting because, like, look at this. He's using himself as an axis to, like, sort of stretch Mark's arm, and that's Mark getting hurt right there. Bro, this is insane right here, bro. This is top tier. I don't know how to scientifically explain this, but it's awesome. Needless to say, we're going back. Mark is just not winning any fights at all, and he's just getting tossed through buildings. And look at this right here. These two people fall out of the building that they crash in, and look at this. This is insane. I appreciate stuff like this. This guy fell out of the ground, and I can't lie, he's dead. And I laughed really hard, and I'm sorry. I shouldn't be doing that. Oliver pulls up again, and I was like, you know what, Oliver, good for you. Hit him with a solid kick, and I was really rooting for these guys. I'm hoping they would team up, and Mark's just being Mark, and this is when I knew it was gonna get bad. This next couple scenes, I knew it was gonna get really bad. Well, then we have Conquest, and Conquest takes the time to punch Oliver, and Oliver goes through buildings, man. It's bad. And then take a look at this. Oliver is ready to fight here. Oliver is ready to go back in and fight again, but then he realizes his mouth is full of blood and he needs to spit it out like any normal person, and it's just bad, bro. That's like 9 teeth, bro. 9 teeth just out of his mouth. and then he gets picked up, and it doesn't end well for Oliver. Let's just say that it does not end well for Oliver. He's out of commission. He's gone to the gulag. Mark then gets a retelling or reliving of what his dad did in the season finale of season 1. Basically, that happens again, but just this time with Conquest. So really, nothing too crazy has happened, and Mark's going through it. And you know what? Eve shows up, and Eve is like, hey, I'm here. And Mark is freaking out. He's like, bro, he's gonna kill her too. I can't let this happen. But needless to say, Eve is like, look, I'm here. I'm about to lock in. And she's like seeing how powerful Conquest is. And you know what? It's going sort of well for the most part. And like, Conquest is like, ooh, nice. A new toy for me to play with. And Mark is doing everything in his power to stop it. But Conquest just like shatters his leg, and Mark's like, oh dear God, I'm cooked. It's over for me. And then Eve suits up, and she's like, oh yeah, I'm about to lock in with my power suit, I don't know, but she's kind of broken. Needless to say, she's doing some pretty cool stuff. She stops like the density of the air, makes it more heavy so he can't move, but none of it works. Like I said before, none of it works. And Eve just a quick flash, Eve doesn't end well for Eve either. And Mark is begging for Cecil, and nothing ever happens. But Mark finally, he locks in, and it becomes, Mark says like, look, I went to the future, you weren't there, I'm killing you. He doesn't care how he's gonna do it, he's gonna kill Conquest. And you know what, man? Finally, Mark locked in for the final episode of the season. He locked in, and Conquest is like, hey, look, come at me, bro. Come at me. What do you got for me? And then they hit like this amazing clash, which breaks Mark's arm and destroys Conquest's arm because it's robotic, obviously. And then he's like, yo, oh man, this is gonna be difficult with only one arm. And Mark is just not letting up. Mark is not letting up at all. And Mark is sort of fighting back, but he's getting angry and he's losing control, but that's a good thing. But it doesn't seem to work on Conquest, so Conquest gets him pinned down. And then Eve starts doing like this Phoenix dance thing where she becomes like God, I guess. Meanwhile, Conquest has Mark pinned down, just sort of like choking him out, and then he hits Mark with an insane sort of confession, I guess, talking about how like he wants to be more than just the conqueror, and just like he is just sad and lonely. And basically he just it's insane, and it's new content, not in the comics. So basically it's really a new show, and it's awesome. But either way, what's her name, Eve then hits him with like a cannon blast, or a blast of kinetic energy, and yeah, and then he just walks that off. His skin's all melted, and he's just like, look, I'll just make sure she's dead this time. And he looks burnt, toasted, and he then breaks Mark's other arm, and he only has one option left. He starts to use his head, and I'm not gonna say anything else, but bro is just, Mark is a demon. He locks in and says, look, either way, Mark kills Conquest, essentially, and wins that fight, and then goes over to Eve. And basically, that's how the fight sort of ends, where Mark is sort of like, look, he's learning from his mistakes. Where is the body of Conquest? Rightfully so, you know, Mark's doing the smart thing. He then turns to Mark then confirms with Cecil that he is dead, quote unquote. Cecil obviously lied to Mark and has the real body hidden in some place where Conquest is obviously gonna escape. And basically how it ends up is Mark sort of tells Oliver that he's learned the lesson that anyone who threatens him or the family needs to die. And look, I respect that take. That's a respectable take, I can't lie. Then we move on to the sort of after hours, I guess, where they have a funeral for Rex because he didn't make it, and Rudy somehow takes his name for some reason. You know, shout out Rex. Let's talk Rex, man. Really a symbol of growth for everyone who wants to achieve growth in their life. And yeah, Rudy takes Rex's name, which is kind of weird, but no one argues it. And then like one thing that kind of broke me in the episode is that like Ray's there, and like she basically has to live with the fact that like her boyfriend and the person she started her life with, who are so similar, is dead. So sucks. Needless to say, everyone's there. They have a funeral. Eve sort of wants to talk, but she can't. And she's like, look, Rex changed so much, and I was happy for him, and yeah, it's really awesome to see like Rex has grown to be such a unique character, and he's basically eliminated now because Rex is technically still alive because Rudy took his name. Then checking with Battle Beast. Battle Beast basically killed the Viltrumite and basically wants more fighting. So that's pretty much all we have of Battle Beast. He survived that encounter in space. Then we have the Sequids or Sequids, however you pronounce it. They are basically taking over the underground of Earth. So we're gonna see how that plays out in the next season. And then we have basically Angstrom, which is with the Collectors. I'm just gonna hopefully they're called the Collectors. Yeah, but then we have Mark's suit glowing. Seems like there's some sort of thing happening there. And then we have some brand new content, which is basically involving the devils of the Earth. And basically, he's trying to connect this guy with Mark, maybe? I don't know, but it's something unique. Apparently, this is sort of involving a new comic thing that Kirkman didn't get to write into the story. So basically, from what we were told, Kirkman is basically rewriting the story of Invincible. It's not going to be it's going to be a one-to-one comic adaptation, sort of, but he's sort of rewriting it to include things that he wanted to include. So season 4, I have no predictions now what season 4 is going to be because we didn't get Thrag as I predicted. Yeah, I have no idea what's going to happen here. So hopefully we can get more information on that. But yeah, that's it. That's my breakdown of episode 8 of season 3, and I gotta say it was a great season. I might do a general video maybe coming Thursday or maybe Friday, depending on what I want to do, because I still have to work on my Ghost of Tsushima video for next week. So hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. Like, comment, subscribe, and hopefully you enjoyed the vibes.